are struggling right now financially, especially businesses, and this includes nonprofits. So I was able to speak with our PR expert, Meghan Rothschild from Chick Media, who was saying what these organizations need to do and what they can do to stay afloat during this time.
So I think the biggest missed opportunity that I see among nonprofits is that they are not utilizing social media effectively. So nonprofits are notoriously understaffed and underbudgeted, and they don't have the money to hire someone to do it for them, or to even have an outside company come in and help assist. But I think that social media is so important right now, and technically, other than time and maybe the staffing, it is a free resource to businesses and nonprofit organizations. So I think that is one of the areas, and I actually had a conversation with a nonprofit a couple months ago, and they're like, "Well, we don't have time." And I said, I would argue that social media should be in your top three priorities of what you're doing right now from a messaging standpoint, from a operational business standpoint as well.
And when you say effectively, this is something I know we've talked about on the show before, but how does one use social media effectively?
Well, they have to be posting on a regular basis. There needs to be some sort of strategy aligned with it. So don't just throw anything up there. "Oh, I forgot my post today. I'm just going to share this random link." You should really be sitting down and looking at your calendar for at least 2 to 4 weeks in advance. And you should also be utilizing that event feature that's on Facebook specifically, particularly my nonprofits who are having virtual fundraisers or doing some sort of online event where they're encouraging people to donate to the cause. You can utilize that event feature and reach people who aren't necessarily following your page.
Yeah.
So maximizing all of the areas of all of the social media networks that you're on whenever possible.
Yeah, that's a wonderful example. I actually just worked with the RASPCA for an event, a virtual event, and they did that perfectly. I was really impressed, which was something that I wanted to bring to you and say, okay, so maybe like for them, they had said they were like, obviously we haven't done this before. It's very difficult. They did the best they can, and it really turned out great. But some people don't have a good enough grasp of social media to begin with. So when you say things like, you have to post regularly, I understand what that means. But some people are like, okay, what is regular?
Yeah, I mean, at least 4 to 5 times a week are my thoughts. On Instagram, that's on Facebook. On Instagram, you can get away with posting as little as 3 times a week, as long as you're utilizing that story feature on a more daily basis. And another point, the fact that you were involved with that cause is another tip to nonprofits. Obviously, you're a reputable name. You have a great following on social media. You're on the news. So to my nonprofit organizations, reach out to some of your local media partners and see how they can help support whatever it is you're trying to do. Everybody wants to help nonprofits. As long as you contact people in advance, there's usually a way that media will help support it, and you know that, of course.
Yeah, of course. So for more tips, you can head to chickmedia.us, and you can follow the Chicks, of course, on social media. Speaking of social media, definitely a good thing to see how they're doing theirs.